a lot of talk and a lot of our perceptions are actually formed by sports media, right? And in sports media, I know the power of it because I work in it. I worked for networks. I understand it. I've been a player, and then I saw the media at work. I know how the sausage is made, and I was like, damn, there's a lot of power. If you like a player.
Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa.
Is that the word?
Whoa.
Hey, you know what, man? I'll blame this on James, man. James Washington over here is rubbing off. It's contagious, bro.
We're rubbing off the pause moments to you now.
Like you do me.
Wow.
Hey, Triple OG, Young Buck, I'm gonna give you a redo.
Look at me with my head stuck.
I'm gonna give you a redo.
We done moved the throne. We done moved the throne. You missed it.
Okay, I know how the process occurs. But it's a lot of power, man. And you like a player, you can talk about the same player who failed in a flattering way. You can't say you can't say. I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you. You can dislike a player, and despite him being great, you can make people think, oh, he's still suspect. It's a beautiful thing, and it's also an ugly thing. So I want to talk about the love and hate for sports media, and really we talking about ESPN, FS1 largely because they largely produce daily shows, commercials for the live sporting events. So let's bring this to the table. Let's bring it to the NARPS, bring it to whoever. Love and hate for sports media. Where are you guys with it?
Man, it's a love-hate relationship when it comes to that, because sometimes what I love about it is I love the highlights, I love what they talk about it, I love the commentary that they bring after a big game or after a major, sports event, award ceremony or something like that. But man, what I hate about it is how they convict, like the conviction they come after with the young athletes like the Bronnies or like some of the guys that are just trying to get their foot in the door, just trying to get a start. And because they have a bad game or because they have a down performance, they slamming these guys in the media. And, granted, it's a lot easier for athletes to have a platform now. But, I mean, largely they're busy working on their craft. They don't have time to respond to everything. But they're out here getting slammed in the media, and, they don't deserve that. So it's a love-hate because I love sports. And I love seeing it, and I love hearing the opinions and the passion they have behind it and you got Moss and all of that good stuff, right? But it's a love-hate when it comes to that stuff.
I'm gonna go a little deeper. I think when you look at the media today, and you guys have done shows, I've done radio, and it's a notion of topics. And we get the rundown, and it's a sheet, but then it's a digital piece that they tell you, and then now, if you're on this station, this broadcast, you're still talking about the same topics. The reason why you kind of broke away from the FS1 and the F1s and all those things is you wanted to have your own topics. I remember when I was originally on radio, and then they would not allow me, they tell me what to talk about. And it would be upsetting to me often. Right. Then I move over to Fox, they gave me a little freedom. Right? And now I'm able to have it out of bounds, doing my thing, talking, and then next thing you know, regulations come in. That's what I dislike about the media, is that there's so many people, there's people who own the bigger play, and I have to look at it and say, what are they using this for? What are they hiding this for? That's where I look at what the media play is, because I look at media and sports media, it's a distraction for what's really happening in the world. That's my biggest take on it.
Deep, you're right, you went deep. It's funny because the power of the media is to aggregate voice. Like, you really are trying to act like you're talking to all of them, and you're really trying to talk for all of us. And it's like, what happened in this world right now, what's happening, I should say, is people are like, you're not getting that right anymore, because the facts used to lead that conversation. And then the opinions became fact-based. And then we were like, all right, we'll take that blurred line. But then it just became straight opinion. And it's so much information, you can't check my facts. Correct. Right? It was coming so fast and coming so much, you couldn't take all the water out the boat. And you're just like, all right, I got to deal with this. And that's where we are right now. And it's not to slander anything. It's just to say people know better. And I think our election proved that. You look at the media, they are saying one thing, and you're like, dog, I told everybody and their mama, I said, what are the polls saying? That Donald Trump's down by 0.01%? I was like, he winning by 10%. Like, I'm like, if people are not going to tell you they want to rock with them, and then they're going to go in there right now, sneak their little vote in, and that's what happened. I think that's happening in sports. People want us to hate Jalen Hurts or think he's suspect, think he ain't that good, and then you're like, the dude has a better start to his career maybe than Josh Allen. And we know how good Josh Allen is, and I love me some Josh Allen. But look at Jalen Hurts in his second Super Bowl already, right? So it's just a weird dynamic of how they make your reality look different, but you know the real.
I think there's an algorithm they figured out where there's 5 teams or 5 players to get all the eyeballs, to get all the clicks, and that's what these people have designed to have their hot takes cover.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And the eyeballs, of course, means money. You talk about these 5 teams, 5 players.
Yankees, Lakers, LeBron.
Cowboys.
Jazz, Cowboys.
Right.
Stephen A. Smith get paid by Jerry Jones to talk about the Cowboys.
Facts. And to that point, but it's exhausting, it's nauseating, and frankly, it becomes boring. Like, you gotta serve those big dogs, those blue bloods. But then it does become like, again, Skip Bayless wore that to the ground.
That's why I go on YouTube, really, to watch like sports takes and stuff, because it's you're gonna get a different variety, and they're going for hot takes, but they're going for more intelligent hot takes. And then for a show like I still like to watch PTI, because that's still like journalism, but I have to catch it. I don't DVR it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've even been tuned to look out for the hot take, even though I know that's not what I want to hear.
Okay, time out. I know I'm old, but you said DVR?
I was fucking the flag. He didn't say TiVo, though. He didn't say TiVo.
I was like, where you go?
I get it. You know what's crazy about it, too? It's like, so Jeff Pearlman, a reporter out there, actually, the Lakers series, what was that called? The Winning Time. He wrote the book for Winning Time and all that stuff. But the point is, he's saying that ESPN, and I think the industry at large, made a big mistake betting on barking and loud takes versus like nuanced, intelligent storytelling and those type of takes. And I got a finger on the button of bass. Like my song got to have some bass, but it also got to have some treble. Like my equalizer had a lot of treble and a lot of bass. I didn't want one or the other. I want them both. So I understand.
Equalizer.
You remember that?
Equalizer. I remember the equalizer. I remember the
old
equalizer.
school. But the point is, I don't like when we condemn sports media, but I also don't like when we just compliment them fully either, because I think they do have their issues.
I think fans at large kind of know the difference between, like we said, journalism and opinion, right? And everybody has an opinion. Yeah. So I think where people on the outside get frustrated, because I know sometimes I would, is that I'm listening to somebody's opinion and they're presenting it like it's facts and it's an absolute. And I'm sitting there, well, I don't feel that way. And I know 100 other people who don't feel that way. Yeah. So I think that's why even a show like this is good, because you're getting a lot of different opinions. We're not sitting up saying that it's a fact and that's how it is and there's no other way. And people, even if you look at the comments on our videos, you see people who want to participate in our conversation. And I think that's what's missing from these shows. And I don't know if there's ever any way of doing that on a network show, but people sit around and they watch and they have their own opinions about it and they want those heard, because everybody wants to be heard.
What I love about the independent spaces, what you just said, is the fact that you don't talk to people, you talk with people.